to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Get off the field.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Sam off.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's see what you got. Pick and choose the Mike. Watch Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Go out.
Let's go.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
61. Match box right. Yeah. Step.
They'll run with McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
30 base. The Christian, Travis.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. But I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Here's Hill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Haha, everyone watching this now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here he goes.
Leo. Ready?
Henry running right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Tannehill. He gets it to Humphreys. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're coming up on their 2nd drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. They all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Look at me.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I can't believe that.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey.
Haha, you HD.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
On the double. Pilot, 64, read.
Throwing on third down, Hill. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's oski. Well, that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will get him one closer. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right there.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. From the top.
Exactly.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Now Hill looking to throw on first. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Watch the edge.
Hard.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd.
I'm going to come back to you. Check. Fresno.
22 jet bomber.
Mike's 54.
Shoot.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Evan Yell.dev upgrades for Simlos. How dedicate to. Yes.
Hey, Zoo. Now.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
On 4th down, Hill.
Almost helped my team.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8.
Yeah, I wish it was just
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
I don't know who I would have needed if it was the name of the star.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now again, right side, Henry. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tannehill
out of throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation. It's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
He would have beat me.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Go. Get it.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 25. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Panther touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
I should have checked Kyler snaps. SMH.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Then Henry be running people
out of
over.
the gun, Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tighten
up. Check.
About to trade Singletary for Himo Jacobs.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, 30, 20.
Never mind.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
LOL.
50, plant. Let's get to 6-6, pull it high. Hey, foxtrot. Now go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hill. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Hill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the... And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded at the goal line. A heck of a move. Man. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This man Brandon B. even sits and typing in chat with his respect.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, seam 6. Please dribble.
Off of play action. Hill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Come on, set.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
56. Mike's 56.
Get it ready.
From the gun, here's Hill. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I'm going to change my PSN to just your average passer.
52.
Hill on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. 3rd down, turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The former Gamecock here, this is Mike Davis. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey.
I am probably going to be homeschooled.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey, high 7. Leo.
I usually don't play the game on weekdays when school
Now
is.
Hill. He may try and run for this. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
They're on Sundays. Sunday is best to call at the rec day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Indigo's crazy.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
You
That
make
play
as
got
many
bottled up.
obstacles on it, and I make adjustments on defense.
Now it's Tannehill. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd and 9. Hill, he's going to air. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Ronnie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Tannehill, and caught by Henry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. 6'6", bullet high. Go.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter.
A gain of 2 brings
Hey,
up 2nd
Orbit.
and 8 at the
Go.
46-yard line.
Snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Fire.
Out of the gun, Hill. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He gets it to Humphreys. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, Hill steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
22 jet bomber. Hey, zoom.
Check 55.
Yep.
Here I come. Mike.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hill eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long. It's Hill. And he's got his target. That's more. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's caught inside the 25. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds. downs right down around the goal line. A big play there for Carolina. 62 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Gotta be smart, can't have Taysom benched.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the turnaround hasn't materialized. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
GGS Good Stream. Dang. You the favorite to come out the NFC. At least in my eyes. Appreciate it, bro. I hope we played in bowl.